Good morning, everybody. Welcome out to the farm again. We're going to talk a little bit about our grazing right now, and we're going to tell you about our updated list on having our cows preg checked the other day. So stay with us. All right, folks. So let's talk a little bit about the cows. We did have everybody preg checked, and we came out with about an 80% success rate. The only reason why that wasn't higher, I feel, is we did put a lot, not a lot, but a good amount of stress on these cows through the winter. So we're going to change up our breeding schedule to do more of summertime breeding, and the cows will be a little bit fatter at that point. And we're also going to get rid of those cows that did not breed back. So which ones were those? That was 916. Which is a cow that has had pink eye. It did recover from it. It's right there in the middle of your screen. It's facing away from us right now, but it's got that white jaw. There she is. She's one that did not make it as far as breeding back. She never had a calf last year. I should have sold her last year. She will be a beef cow this upcoming year. She's that's my inexperience and my stupidity, really, if you will, to not already see, hey, this is a cow that's having a problem, need to get rid of it, kind of deal. Our longest bred cow is actually Old Red, and Old Red is so mischievous we can't even. I should have put an ear tag in her yesterday. But you know what, that was just, I decided not to, because she's just Old Red, and she's the only cow that's actually got a name. And I know you're not supposed to name them, but she was our only red cow there for a while, so she just got Old Red as her name. Other cows that didn't breed back, 913 and 911 were two others that did not breed back, so they'll turn into beef cows as well. But everybody is looking healthy. Cadillac is on the other side of the fence, as you can see there. He is gaining a lot of weight. We put him in the head chute to BSE, check him yesterday. His neck is so thick, we had a hard time just making sure his head was locked into the head chute, actually. But he checked out good. Everything went well there, so we're good for another breeding season with him, and we'll put him back in here with we'll put him in here with 57, our one red cow there, and then also the mean and crazy 917 cow. So I don't know exactly what to do. We may just breed her and sell her as a bred cow. If anybody's interested in crazy cows, please let me know. I don't want to sell her as a cull to a sale barn necessarily, because she has been a pretty decent mama to that little calf that she's very protective of. But if you, I don't know, that's just, I can't say anything bad about her except for her temperament when you get close to that calf. Anyway, that's kind of our update on the breeding season. Not as high of a productive. If we had taken, that 916 out last year, we would have been, around 87, 88% of a breed back rate. So that's something to improve on next year. And we castrated all of our bull calves except for that little registered South Pole bull calf right there in the middle of the screen. And I asked the vet how old do they need to be to castrate them, and she said that she castrates them as soon as they hit the ground. So we're going to see. The other ones are over 5 months that have just been castrated. So there's that little 50% South Pole bull calf that has been castrated. That's 100% that has not. So we're going to kind of see. They're about a week apart in age, so it's pretty close. It probably has no, I want to see their gains throughout the next 4 or 5 months. but it probably has no effect. I've just read books where it says wait until 3 months and then worry about castrating them. That way they have enough testosterone in them to be able to make sure that they have enough to gain weight and gain muscle and all that good stuff about being a steer. All right, guys, let's go show you the fields. All right, so this is the field that they just came out of. And guys, it looks great. They cleaned this up really good. But I think, let me get out here and show you. This is not the best forage in the whole world. Now, let me show you my boots, and I'm kind of basing this off of my boots here. But you can see, I mean, that grass is still just slightly above my boot, which is good. But I think they're eating a lot more than I initially gave them the thought that they would. I still are a little mineral feeder there. I got to move it over to the next field. But they're reaching under the fence and they're eating a whole lot underneath it. I don't think it's because they're running out of forage over here though. I definitely want to keep the grass tall because I want to choke out these wonderful little buttercups that are coming up here. And I know they'll trample them, they'll eat some of it and everything. But I want the grass to be taller. So we're going to give them bigger areas. I know this is springtime. I know it's just the start of the grazing. And some folks look at this and I'd just be glad to have that field that they just came off of. And I am, but at the same time, I'm not going to settle for that. So I'm wanting to maybe leave a little bit more in these fields. So I'm going to start giving them, I've been giving them about 1 acre to 1.25 acres a day. Which is more than their daily requirement to be able to carry their calves and everything. So I took them from this paddock. I just took the fence down and moved them there because our pond is back here. They'll stay over there for about 2 days. So they've been on this one field section here for about 4 days total whenever they do leave it. And that's when the ground and the grass really starts regrowing after 4 days of the cows first taking their first bite out of this field. But I think maybe we'll start giving them 2 acres and we'll move them faster through the farm because the fields are starting to grow really well. And just try to improve the field's yield. And guys, we got to start thinking about summer. It's terrible. You get out here and you start to enjoy grazing and you're like, okay, what's the next thing I got to think about? And the next thing is the summer and the summer drought. And then you get halfway through that and you're like, okay, it's almost time for winter. And it's just always thinking ahead. It's like you're in a chess game and you have to sit there and go, okay, I've got to think 7 or 8 moves ahead. And it's very much that same way as a grazer. How are you going to make it through the winter? How are you going to make it through a summer drought? What are you going to do? You know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a great day here on the farm. Everybody's doing good. And thank y'all for joining and having an update on the farm. Have a great one.